is this the end of Charles Oliveira? This is what we're here to talk about today, because honestly, I do not understand why he accepted the fight versus Rafael Fiziev in October. Literally a little over 3 months after he was just brutally knocked out by Ilia Topuria. I know why he did it, because he's salty he got knocked out, and he wants to get back in the ring to prove that he still can do it. There might be a little bit of doubt in his mind. He might be saying to himself, oh man, what if I'm falling off? But no, and then the other guy is on his shoulder, right? So he has two guys. He has one guy over here telling him that he's fallen off, and then he has the other guy over here telling him that he's still got it and he can still go out and prove it. So he wants to get in there quick to rebound from that devastating loss that he just had, get that out of people's minds, get back on track to get another shot. Maybe after a couple more wins at the belt. This, however, is not the right way to do it. Guys, look, we've never seen Charles Oliveira knocked out the way he was knocked out by Ilia Topuria. We've never seen that before. So you get brutally knocked out the way you got, the way you did versus Ilia. We've seen you drop by Islam. We've seen you drop by Michael Chandler. We've seen you drop by Justin Gaethje. We've seen you drop by Dustin Poirier. We've seen you dropped over and over and over and over again. You are older now. Guys, I made a video, and I'm going to leave it in the description, the tragic downfall of our UFC legends. I made a video about that, and I mentioned Charles in that video. The reason why I mentioned Charles in that video is because I was afraid of what he's doing now he's going to do for the next 10 years until he's 45. I think Charles is going to continually want to get back in there and prove that he still got it. Prove that he still, can compete for a title. It's like, dude, you're hurting your legacy with this fight, because guess what? It's not a matter of you not being able to beat Rafael Fiziev. It's the fact that you're giving Fiziev a better chance to not just beat you, but to knock you out. Rafael Fiziev is very fast twitch, great athlete. In a way, you're actually a great stylistic matchup for Rafael Fiziev. He has very strong hips, very hard to take down, very explosive when he's taken down so he can get back up. We saw that versus Gamrot. Fiziev is very, very fast twitch. He throws combinations like rapid fire. We saw him versus Renato Moicano. Land like a four-piece combination. I didn't even see the punches. It was so fast. We saw him versus Rafael Dos Anjos do the same thing. So he has the ability to knock guys out. It wasn't like flatline KOs, but he dropped them badly and hurt them. You have now, I'm losing count of how many times you've been dropped, Charles. And in your last fight, little over a month ago, you were dropped looking up at the stars. They had to resuscitate you. You looked lost, dazed, and confused. You were high on shrooms. It was you in another world, bro. They had to tell you where you were. I remember this. You were flatlined. You're coming back too soon, man. Here's what you're doing. You are saying, oh, well, you know what? Justin Gaethje just got flatline KO'd by Max Holloway. He came back and beat Fiziev. I can do it too. Justin Gaethje didn't take the fight just a few months after, just over a month after he was flatlined by Max. I actually don't know the amount of time, but I know it was longer. I know it was longer. And you're saying, oh, well, I beat Justin Gaethje, so if I beat Justin Gaethje, I can beat Fiziev. No. Because this is again, you've never been knocked out this way. This bad. Neither did Gaethje, but I'm not talking about Gaethje right now. This is the thing is, it's not even a matter of can you win, again, because I said you can win. You have you are the better fighter. You're a former champion. You're a great fighter, but you're just giving Fiziev a better chance to get that win. In my downfall, the tragic downfall of our UFC legends, I said this. I said, guys, normally they stay too long. you know, or accept fights when they're not supposed to. I'm gonna leave that link to that video in the description. Go check it out. Go check it out after this, because this is exactly what I said Charles would do. So what happens now? Let's say you get knocked out by Fiziev. Now, I mean, it's the seventh guy that's knocked you down, potentially. We know Fiziev can do it. That's what I'm saying. And he has, again, I think he's going to keep the fight standing. He's very hard to take down. So now he keeps the fight standing. And he has very fast hands, very explosive. You're giving him a chance to touch that chin. That's greatly deteriorated. Your chin is nowhere near what it once was. You have declined as a fighter. And you know what? You know you're going to press forward in that fight. And you know you're hittable. You get hit in almost every single fight. Almost every single fight you get hit. If you accept this fight, and you give yourself 6 months to properly heal, and you take this fight, I'm picking you. I'm picking you to win, because you've given yourself a chance. We saw it with Volk. He was knocked out 2 times brutally, and was able to come back and take shots, power punches from a Diego Lopez. Diego Lopez was cracking him, but he took the proper amount of time off, came back, rejuvenated, and beat Diego Lopez. We saw Justin Gaethje take the proper amount of time off, came back, and beat Fiziev, the same guy you're about to fight. But if we want to talk about Volk, let's talk about Volk for a second. When Volk got knocked out by Makhachev, he came back very quickly, within a couple of months, to fight Ilia, and got slept. Like KO snoozing on the canvas, right? So you've seen it. He's an older fighter like you are now. You're what, 34, 35? You've seen this story before. You know how it unfolds. You're coming back too soon. Now, I'm not comparing Fiziev's power to Ilia's, but what I am saying, he does have, and he's shown it. He has the ability to KO people. He's very fast twitch. He's very athletic. He throws combinations in bunches, punches and bunches. Rapid fire. You're not doing yourself any justice by accepting this fight, man. Look, but let's talk about Fiziev for a second. He does slow. He does slow down. We've seen it in his fights versus Gaethje. Bahamundez in his last win. We've seen him slow down. But my thing is, coming out of the gate, every single one of those fights that you've been dropped in that I mentioned before, where you were dropped in the first round, you were touched in either the first couple of rounds, either round 1 or 2. You were touched. Your chin gets touched. You're very, very hittable because you come in very aggressively. I don't like this, man. So now, and then, you know, why not take the 6 months off and take a more legacy-defining fight like a Max Holloway? Weren't those the rumors? Max even called you out, mentioned your name. You beat Max, who just beat Gaethje and Dustin. You're right back in the mix, right there. Maybe one more win away from another title shot. Which, I mean, this is like your 3rd now. But when you lost the belt for the weight miss, you know, you count that. That's now four title shots that you've gotten. But it would just put you right back there. And then that's a more legacy-defining fight. So it helps your legacy both if you win or lose if you fight Max. If you win, you have Max on your resume. If you lose, I mean, it's Max. It's Max. That's not a terrible loss. People aren't going to look at you and say, okay, well, you lost to Max Holloway. No. It's Max. We would understand. But you're losing to a Fiziev. And Fiziev, I'm not saying Fiziev is bad. Fiziev is very good. But he's nowhere near the caliber of what Max is. It just makes more sense for your legacy. It makes more sense to get you back into the mix faster. You accept this fight for what? And for no reason. Just because your ego is hurt? You want to get back in there and prove that you still got it? Versus taking a smarter route? I feel like as our legends age, they need to start making smarter decisions for their legacy. Accepting this fight is a mistake, man. It's a big, big mistake. Listen, it's your boy, the MMA Mechanic. Please like, subscribe, comment. I want to know your thoughts on this, because when I saw this, I was just like, what? This is crazy. I mean, who's his manager? Who's his trainer? Who's his coaches? Well, are they not speaking to this guy? I get it. The fighter makes the last call, but my goodness, man. Now, I'm not picking Fiziev to win yet. I'm just saying, yeah, I mean, for early glance, I'm leaning Fiziev just because Charles was just brutally knocked out. As the fight nears, we'll make another video, but that's what I got so far.